Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling.
Hello, everyone. It's me, the Creeper's Rule. So, this is a video I'm doing for a project in school. You know how some YouTubers they make videos like a draw my life thing? Well, I decided I'd do this Lego build your life thing because it's unique, it's different from a draw my life thing, and you all have wanted me to make another Lego video, so here you go. This is my life. So, the life of Jared. Good old wholesome fun, born in a rich family, having no trouble with life, right? Wrong. No, far from it. My life has been really just messed up. It makes everything about Batman look child friendly. So, where to start from, huh? Well, let's see. When I was a little kid, the grown-ups in my life would just argue all the time. Like, no matter what. And they would argue about stuff that was really grown-up stuff. Stuff you wouldn't want your kids to see or hear about in 1,000 years. But then, my mom eventually gave birth to this little brother of mine, Jaden. But the thing is, with Jaden, he was born with a few problems in his body. He was born with a hole in his heart, and he couldn't eat food normally like you and I. He had to have it directly pumped into his stomach. But then, eventually, his poor little heart just couldn't take it anymore, and then, yeah, that. Eventually, my older brother and older sister started hanging out with me, and the thing is, they were my brother and sister on my dad's side. And they lived in Indiana. So they would come over every Friday and hang out for the weekend, but then eventually they decided that they didn't want to have anything to do with me or my mom and dad. When the years flew by, I ended up in my middle school years and went to Frost Middle School. That place was a freaking nightmare. All the time, I was bullied there. It was practically a war zone there. Like, it's no wonder it got shut down. This guy that was way bigger than me just threw me into a bunch of stuff. And then, eventually, as time went on, I found myself going to Valley. And the bullying didn't stop there. There were days where the bullying wasn't as bad as it was at Frost, and then there were days where it was way worse than Frost. But the thing is, Frost is where I met this guy. You probably can't see his face that well, but it's Daryl, you know, the Dark Ghost. He's been one of the greatest friends I've had. He's had my back, and then there have been times where I've had his back. Then I've also met Hunter. I don't have someone to give a representation of Hunter, so I'll just use this guy. Yeah, these two guys have been my greatest friends at Valley High School. We've been through thick and thin. One of the things I've come to realize is how very easily I can be set off. Like turning into this guy right here. You all might know him as the Hulk, but I just know him as the very angry side of me. Yeah, basically like Bruce Banner. I guess I just get it from my old man. Seriously, with all the stuff I've gone through, I'm surprised there hasn't been a moment where Thanos just comes along and just kills one of my loved ones right in front of me and laughs about it. Okay, maybe that does make sense that hasn't happened, but still. Like, oh yeah, another thing that, like, I haven't just gone through some stuff. Some of the stuff that has happened to me, I've actually learned some stuff from it. Like with my friends, if my friends have taught me anything, it's that the world isn't always messed up. Someone's gonna have your back sometimes. I've also learned how to be creative from all the art classes I've taken. Well, I mean, obviously it shows since I'm making this video. Another thing is, like, resilience. I probably should have recorded a video of this, but I used to be on the Valley High School wrestling team. Now, before anyone says anything, no, I didn't quit. The thing is, the season ended, and I have the trophy to prove it. Here you go. It's a Viking, and another bit, if this doesn't prove it for you, Jared Hicksonbaugh. That's my name. Oh yeah, and I also got this cross-country thing. So, yeah, those are some accomplishments of my life. Look, if you all want any big special phrase, sort of like with great power comes great responsibility or whatever, here's a phrase for you. The world doesn't decide what you are, you decide what the world is. That may not make sense, but let me explain it for you. The thing is, the world doesn't decide that what kind of person you're going to be, whether it be like the world isn't going to say you're a drug dealer or whatever. You decide what. Now, the whole thing with you decide what the world is, like, it's up to you how you view the world. You can view it as all happy sunshine and everything, or you can view it as a tough place. Then that's all I've got to say for that. So, if you're all wondering, where do I see myself after high school? Well, I'm actually gonna do a lot of stuff that I won't explain now for some audiences. Okay, here's a brief description. I'm gonna go straight into a workforce, and then I'm gonna get some money, and then I'm gonna move to a different state, and then gonna get famous by acting and everything. And then I'm gonna write some comic books. I've got some of my life planned out, but the rest, I'm just gonna see where the road takes me. You don't want to plan everything out in life, but you also don't want to charge head on everything. Like, that's the one thing about life. You don't have to do all or nothing all the time. You can have a bit of two things to balance it out. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plan most of my life, and then the rest, I'm just going to see where it takes me. And I bid you farewell.